Or you want me to say, welcome and congratulations, class of 2010. This is a very special occasion and celebration for all of us. Today, we are celebrating the class of 2010 graduation ceremony. It is an honor and a privilege to be here with all of you. This is the best day of the year, the culmination of your high school career and the beginning of a new chapter in your lives. Teachers, administrators would like to congratulate you and your parents for reaching such an important landmark in your lives. Once again, congratulations and welcome to this special occasion. Hope that you enjoy the event. Take as many pictures as possible. We will start today's ceremony with an introduction of the special guests and the dignitaries. To my right, I have Dr. Gerard, the Superintendent of Schools. In the middle, we have the school committee members, Mr. Dubois, we got Ms. Nato, Ms. Majewski, and we got a very special person as well, the mayor of the city of Woonsocket, Leo Fontaine. Then we have Ms. Forcier. Next we have the Woonsocket City Council, Mr. Gendron. On my left, I have the chairperson of the school committee, Mr. Dubois. Did I introduce you already? Okay, I apologize. And then we have Miss, that's the name I always, Pulsavan. Is that correct? Okay. Then we have Dr. Bedard. You all know Dr. Bedard. Did I forget anybody? Oh, sorry. And we have the Assistant Superintendent, Mr. Mark Garceau. Thank you. The next item on the agenda, we have the salutatorian address by Alexandra Kitts.
Good afternoon, class of 2010. It's been suggested to me on a variety of occasions that I write this speech either about Pokemon, in another language, or my personal favorite, in the form of a rap. Being the traditional guy I am, however, I think I'll use the no more than 5 minutes allotted to me to reminisce on the past 4, or in many cases 12 or 13 years we've spent together, and maybe leave you with a few pieces of advice that I hope you'll take with you into your exciting and promising futures. In my address on this exhilarating and academically transitional day, I'd like to focus on 2 central themes that I believe hold the utmost importance in a student's life: retrospection on times past and preparedness for an unbounded future. Retrospection. To some, this concept means endless excursions into the realms of the past, reveling in the happiness of what once was and grieving for what no longer is. For others, however, retrospection implies an intimate state of mind in which we look to the past in order to better understand the present and better prepare for the future. Regardless of whichever of these definitions you subscribe to, there's one characteristic of a retrospective mind which is consistent in each and every act of peering into the past: a sense of thankfulness toward those who have improved your life. In considering the past 4 and even the past 18 years, we must be sure to embrace and appreciate those who have given a part of their lives to make ours more worth living. To warn you, I'm going to be eliciting a lot of clapping from you, so wait for my cue and we can give our thanks to these selfless individuals in unison. First, I'd like to ask you to give a round of applause for your parents, siblings, and family as a whole. Whether through staying up with you into the early hours of the morning while you worked on Mrs. DC's fabled big essay or Mr. Simonini's end-of-the-year 15-page college thesis, or teaching themselves about logarithms, the integral, and oxidation reactions to help you study for tomorrow's math or science exam, these individuals have spent countless hours figuratively bringing you to this very ceremony. I must personally give thanks to my mom, my dad, and my sister Ariana, who have tolerated more of the sleepless, irritable, stressed-out me than I would ever wish upon anyone. Next, I ask you to applaud the administrators and other staff at the Woonsocket High School. Without the high school's administrators, the staff, and the lunch monitor, Mrs. Rogers, chaos would ensue, and there would be students, armed intruders, and goats roaming the hallways and disrupting the classroom environment. Now, please give a round of applause to all of the teachers in Woonsocket High School. Whether an ambidextrous, mathematically minded Italian Spitfire, a hyperactive history buff, or theatrical right-brain feminist, each and every teacher at our high school privileges their students with a unique style of instruction which, when taken as a whole, has brought our senior class to the academic excellence that we possess today. Next, give it up for Ms. Cohagen and the guidance counselors, Mrs. Plant and Mrs. Langley with her unrelenting 5-inch heels. Without these hard-working women, all of us would have yet to realize it was even time to apply for college, and the Rhode Island and National Honor Society would cease to exist in Woonsocket. Finally, and I believe this is of the most cumulative importance, we must give a round of applause for one another. Whether through friendship or animosity, competition or collaboration, and in the good times and the bad, we have all one another to thank for being here on this wonderful day. Each and every one of us has been driven to succeed by, or otherwise benefited in some way from, his or her peers. On a further note, I'd like to give a special thanks to Mia Nguyen, Kayla Cullerton, and Tara Senek, who in their own niches pretty much run all parts of the Woonsocket High School that Mrs. Langley cannot get to. To close my recollection of the past, I feel I must quote an old Hebrew proverb. Faithful friends are beyond price. No amount can balance their worth. Now, in the context of retrospection, this proverb is quite clear. While venturing forward through the murky stream of time, we must always remember the sturdy lifeboat of friendship that we constructed while wading in the reservoir of the past. Now, onto the future that awaits each and every one of us after crossing the threshold that is our graduation. The second theme I feel I must address in a far more serious manner. Preparedness. I wish to present to you this afternoon 3 pieces of advice that I believe all of us, myself included, must carry with us into the future. My first recommendation, be in a state of constant self-betterment. Whether through education, community service, work experience, or any combination of the 3,